Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Effin' Crazy Stories, where I share with you the craziest stories I can find. Reddit user inventorof, what is the craziest story that ever happened to you but no one ever believes? I got to stay at the Radisson for the night in the city where I go to university. The room was actually booked for my uncle who works for an organization which gets bad press, but he couldn't make it and the room had already been booked, so he asked me if I wanted to stay. I know it sounds weird and it's probably against company policy, but I really wanted to spend a night in a hotel. Anyway, it's the first time I'd ever been in a hotel, so when I get my key card and get into the lift, I couldn't seem to get the key card to work. About a minute later, this really beautiful blonde lady walks in, and I'm not exaggerating. She was gorgeous. If I saw her again, I would recognize her. And she shows me how to use my card. She got off at the 3rd floor, and so it meant I had to insert my card again to go to my floor, which was on the 5th floor. Again, I couldn't get it to work. But no worry, the lady comes back. She's wearing a coat, so I guess she was going out for dinner or something. We laughed about how I was stuck, except this time she took me up to the 5th floor, and I hadn't told her about the floor I was staying on. It was only after I got out of the lift and got to my room that I realized something was weird, so I rang my uncle, who gave me no explanation, but told me to leave the hotel immediately, no matter what. He actually shouted, "Get out of there now." As we were having this conversation, the fire alarm went off, and I had no idea what was going on. I started panicking, and so I went to the fire assembly point, and I saw the lady standing there, talking to 2 guys and another lady, all dressed for business, and I'm really freaking out. For the first time in my adult life, I had no idea what to do, especially because it was pretty blatant. The conversation they were having was about me, and one of the guys kept glancing at me. Now for the bit that no one believes. Then I get a call from an unknown number telling me to check out like normal and to be swift. It was not my uncle, but someone else. So when everyone is going back in, I go straight to reception and check out. I then call my uncle to give him an update, and he tells me to go straight to the university library and spend the day there because there are lots of people and it has secure access. Until this day, he hasn't given me an explanation as to what was going on. Needless to say, I have not stayed in a hotel since, and honestly, I would probably be pretty anxious if I had to. Also, none of my friends believe me. I don't blame them, because it seems too far-fetched. Alright, inventor of, you know what was really happening? Your uncle was tired of seeing your virgin ass not get any pussy. He fucking brought you a prostitute, and the other people that were standing there with her afterwards would have been her pimp and a couple of coworkers. This whole time you thought you were going to be killed, but in reality, you were going to get some juicy pussy. I hope you enjoy listening and subscribe for future stories. Message me if you want me to share one of your effing crazy stories.